Okay, so let's start our session. So, on behalf of Microsoft Student Partners Women in Tech, I welcome you all to today's session on Power Query and DAX. So, the agenda of today's session is to learn about extracting and transforming your data into information for analysis either in Excel or Power BI. For making this happen, we have an amazing speaker, Daniela Galindo from Peru. So, first of all, I would like to introduce my speaker. So, our honorable speaker is from Peru. She is the system engineering student and Microsoft student partner, a core member and speaker, and Microsoft influencer since 2017, and lead from 2019 in MT Developer, ICA. And she's also Microsoft Innovative Educator. She is focused on Power Platform, Office 365, and data analysis technologies. Her motive and she believes is that sharing knowledge is to grow up in professionalism. So now I would like to hand over it to Danelia so we can start with our session. Over to you, Danelia. Can you hear?
Hello. Yeah, thank you for the introduction. Well, good morning here in Peru. It's morning and good night. Hello, can you listen to me? Okay, thank you so
Yes,
much.
we can. You're
Okay,
welcome.
thank you so much, WomeninTech, for inviting me for today. I'm very glad to be here teaching you about how you can start with Power Query and DAX. So at the end of this session, you will know how you can transform your data in powerful tools and dashboards and reports. Okay, so this is very funny and very useful. Use this for your data. Okay, so let's start about me. About me, well, my name is Daniela. I'm a Microsoft student partner from Peru. Peru is in Latin America. Well, I'm a member core and Microsoft influencer of MT Developer ICA. MT Developer is the community where I belong. And I'm a Microsoft Innovative Educator too. So if you want to know something about Office 365 or Skype for Business or Microsoft Teams, this is my social media and you can write your questions here and I will be very happy to help you with this tool. Okay, well, this is my introduction, so let us start with today. Today we're going to learn about what is BI fundamentals, what is Power Query, what is DAX, a little demo. I'm using 4B for ETL, extract, transform, and load. Some DAX formulas and create a reporting in Power BI. So let's start. Some fundamentals you have to know. Okay, first is what is BI? BI means business intelligence. This is a set of steps that you have to use for extract, transform, load your data, modeling your data for answering some questions like what happens in your company, when it happens in your company, and why it happens in your company, and take good decisions for your future. Okay, this is the first fundamental that you have to know. The second is what is a requirement? Requirement is like a question that you have to know before that you make. Hello?
Hello?
Okay. A requirement, a requirement is like a question that you have to know before that you make a dashboard or a report. Because if you don't know where is your requirement, you have to extract from many data sources, 3 or 2 data sources like Amazon Web Service, SQL Server. So your BI solution will be very, very vague, and nobody wants that your solution will be very vague. Okay. So for example, a requirement could be how many employees there are in your company, or how many students there are in your university. With this, if you can know, okay, I have to start from the source. I have to use a table of employers and a table of students, and the column of the ID of the student or the student's name or employer's ID. Um, the date of this employer went for my company for first time. This is like a requirement, and the third is modeling and type of models. There are two types of models here, a star scheme and a snowflake scheme. Okay, what is it? When you start in SQL Server, or you are programming in programming something, you create a database, okay? You create models or relations like one-to-one, one to more between two tables. Here is almost similar. You have two types of schemes here. The first is star scheme and snowflake scheme. What is the difference of this? It's for the way that you can look this. It is like a star and this is like a snowflake scheme. This is very useful because the first part that you have to know is where is the fact table. Okay.
Daniela, hello. Hi, Daniela. Can you please bit louder?
Hello, can you listen to me?
Yes. Now this is perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Well, there are two types of schemes here. The first is the star scheme and the second is snowflake scheme. The difference is the way that you can look this. This is like a star and this is like a snowflake scheme. But the main or the principal thing that you have to know is where is the fact table. The fact table is like a summary of all dimensions around this. For example, in this star scheme, you can show this sales table. This sales table has the summary of these dimensions, like product key, like custom keys, and you can show what is the relations. Okay, so custom products, territories, and calendars are the dimensions here for sales. For what is the need of create a fact table here? Because when you create something in Power BI, your report, your dashboard, you have to make a dynamic table here. So with a fact table, you can create. So what happens if in your program, in database or your web-based database, you have more than two star schemes? Okay, if you join this scheme, you will have a data warehouse. I'm going to show you this later. So a set of star schemes will be a data warehouse. For example, in your company, there are three sections. The first section, human resource. The second, employer, and the third is sales. Human resource have a star scheme. Employers have other scheme, a snowflake scheme, and sales has a star scheme. If you join this, you will have
Daniela, can you hear me? You aren't audible. Daniela, can you hear me?
Guys, let's wait for a few minutes. She will be back soon. Actually, there is some connectivity issue, so please bear with us and let's wait for her.
Okay, good morning again, sorry. So I have some technical issues here. So let's start again. Can you listen to me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, okay. Sorry, here near to me there are some problems of the connection. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, what is Power Query? Power Query is a data connection technology that enables you to discover, connect, combine, and refine data source to meet your analysis needs. For example, with Power Query, you can extract, transform, and load your data. And the difference here is in Power Query, you use the M language. Okay, it's very friendly Power Query because you can connect this with Azure Cognitive Service and analyze the opinion of the text, or create an API for this and extract the language of the commentaries, the language, the key phrases, and create a word cloud here. You can find Power Query inside of Excel or Power BI. Okay, the second is, what is DAX? DAX means data analysis expressions, and it is the formula that you can use inside of Power BI, Excel, Power Pivot, and SQL Server analysis service, tabular mode. Okay, but you are thinking, what is Power Pivot? Power Pivot is like an extension inside of Excel, and here you can create relations, you can manage better your tables here. In Power BI, you can manage your tables here with DAX, and in tabular mode in SQL Server, you can make this too. So let's start. You can create reports and dashboards here. For example, you can show this. This is a project that I made the last year. With this, you can show that this is in Spanish. This is my project in my university. You can filter by gender, women, and family, filters by month, and you can see the enrolled by day. So this is a dynamic table. This is a basic dynamic table. You can find this in bit.ly calpagin. You can search this in your Google now, and you can show this. It's okay. Power Query and DAX in Excel. Well, I got to show how you can use Power Query and DAX here. First, you have to enter in Excel. Okay, first Excel. Okay, this is my little data here. And you have to, for found Power Query, you have to go to the data section here. And you have to see this, get data. And this part, this is like Power Query. Click here and get data. Plans for Power Query Editor. Okay, this is other window that you can see this. Can you see this window? Okay. Please, if you can see this Excel, please write me in the comments.
Have you shared your other screen?
Okay.
We can't see your screen. We can see your slides.
Okay. I go to share this. Okay. There. Okay. Yes. Now you can see my Excel.
Yes, we can see it.
This is my file of Excel here. So first you have to extract your data here. Extract your data. Click here. This is in this data section. Click here and get data. Okay. Click here in the launch Power Query Editor. Click here. Now, this is the window of the Power Query. Obviously, now you can see some data here because there isn't a table here. This is only a data. There isn't a table. I want to show you how you can start with Power Query in a few moments. Okay, but here you can see that in Excel you use Power Query Editor. So the second is Power Pivot. Power Pivot isn't in Excel because this exists because when you work in Excel, you have some limits like 2 million of data of rows here in Excel. And you can make more here inside of Excel, but with Power Pivot, you can work with 2 gigabytes of information here. Okay, this is the window of Power Pivot inside of Excel. Here you can work with DAX. But if there exists some problem with the call, please write me. Okay, this is Power Pivot. Now we are going to start with Power Query and DAX in Power BI. Can you listen to me normally now?
Yes, we can. Please
Okay,
continue.
thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start with Power Query and DAX in Power BI. Here I have 2 documents of Power BI. This is the first, my data warehouse. Here I go to teach you how you can extract your data. The first part, you have to select your data here. Maybe you have data source from Azure Data Warehouse, you have in Excel file, SharePoint list, I don't know, many data source. But here I go to teach you how you can extract from SQL Server. Click here, SQL Server, and you have to write the name of your server. In my case, is not too busy. Okay, import. If you have advanced option like a specific query for extract your data, you can make this. Okay, so click in OK. Click here. You wait a moment. And this is my database inside my SQL Server. Here is all my tables. So maybe you don't have to use all your tables. You have to use only a dimension and the related tables. So, and load. You can transform your data here, but what happens if You don't want to transform your data in this moment. You want to transform your data later. So don't problem, just click on load. Well, click on load and you have this. This is all the tables of data warehouse in AdventureWorks. That is a free database for Microsoft for create your dashboards and reports. And look at this. Here you have more skins like stars and star skins and snowflake skins. For example, in this, here you have star skins. Here you have snowflake skins. So this is all a set of skins. This is a data warehouse. So this is the principal part that you have to know, how you can extract from SQL Server. I got to teach you how you can extract from Excel now. First, Power Query. First, Power BI desktop. Power BI is a powerful platform for make BI solutions. I recommend use this because it's amazing. Okay, you have to sing in this with your email of a student partner. Okay, how you can extract from an Excel file. Click here first. Click in Excel. Open the window. Search the file that you have to use. Fabric and comments. It's mine. Open. Okay. This is all the data that I have in my file. I go to load. This create a connection to my file on Excel because if I want to add some rows here, this is going to refresh the data here in my Power BI desktop. Okay, so click here in the data section. This is the data section, and you got to see all the data here. Wait a moment, and okay, this is all the data here. This is all the data. Now I have to show you how you can use Power Query. Okay, like in Excel, you can transfer your data without query, but in Power BI, you can make more things, like transform your data. Click here. And there is your Power Query editor. Okay, with Power Query editor, you don't have to know how to write the language M if you are starting with this because it's very friendly. It's like a Microsoft Word or PowerPoint because the buttons are very friendly with you. You know what happens if you push some buttons like this. For example, data type, whole numbers, merge query, remove columns, choose columns. It's very friendly with this. So you only have to know how much you can do. Only push some buttons here. All the time that you move something, you are writing the M language here. Let's start with some example here. Okay, here are two columns, subject and comments. So I want to make analysis of these columns, but I only want to make one step, not two steps. So I want to merge this column. So I go to merge this. It's very easily. Only select both columns, this, and go to transform and merge column. Okay, I go to use a separator and a space. The new column name will be mix. Okay, click in OK. Okay, this is my new column. This is the merge of subject and comments. Okay, but if you can see, this is a step that I made. Okay, every time that you move something here, like replace values, for example, or change the data type, all the steps that you did will be here. Okay, so you can see that there are code here. This is the M language, but I didn't write some code. This appears every time that you make some step here. So what happens if I want to change the data type of a number? It's very easily, because sometimes happens that you want to make an addition. For example, you have to make an addition of the extra hours in your university or the extra hour of the employers in your company. But what happens if in the data source this is an data type like text? You can make an addition of text, okay? So you can make operation with text. So you have to do an addition with the hours. So you can change the data type here. Instead that, go to the data source, to the database, and change the data type of your SQL Server, because it will be very difficult, because your program and your web page will be a little wrong in some things. Okay, but in Power Query Editor, you change this. You change the data type only for your BI solution. Okay, data type whole number. For example, I don't want that this will be a whole number. I want that it is a decimal number. Okay, click here in decimal number. So it's very easily change this. And this is the language in M. So if you want to know more deeper learning in Power Query, you can combine this with Python, with R language, or Azure Cognitive Service. I got to show you how you can connect this Power Query with Power BI and Azure Cognitive Service in a video tutorial. So I go to write this.
I think your mic is mute again.
Hello, Daniela.
Someone muted me. Okay, well. Okay, this is my Power BI desktop. And I go to extract my data here. Okay, I have a table here. This is the DAX training sales transactions. Okay, I only extracted this table, but you are seeing these dimensions and these tables. But what happens? I made this modeling and this dimension from this table here. How I did this? I did this with DAX language, not Power Query, only DAX DAX syntax. DAX sentence is similar to formulas in Excel, but the difference is in Excel you work with cells. For example, the first cell is the sum of the first cells with the second cells. Okay, but in DAX you work with tables and dimension, not with cells. But the syntax is similar. Okay, I go to drop this table products because I want to show how you can start with some queries in DAX. Okay, the first formulas that I go to teach you is group by, summarize columns, basic calculations, and the valuable formula that is calculate. Okay, it's very simple for a start with this. Okay, let's start. This is okay. Now, how I can extract products, how I can extract sales calendar from this. First, you have to know where is your requirement. My requirement is a filter year and a month, account how many custom exist, how many products exist, how many prompt code exists, and using different graphics. Okay, so let's do this about this first table here. Click here in data. Okay. This is the only table that I extract. But this table, like country, like metrics, like products, like promotions, are from this first table here. Okay, I want to show you how you can make a dimension of products. I go to drop this table, products, delete from the model. Okay. Okay, let's start with this. Create a new table. Rename this table. This table will be products. Products. Okay, products equal group by the first table. This is DAX training sales. Okay, I have to use the first table, DAX training sales and section. The second part is select the columns that I go to use in this table. I go to use the product code, the first, because this is the primary key of this dimension. I go to use the description of this product, and I go to use the unit price of this. Okay, now you can see that there are 3 columns from this DAX training sale, but there are in products now. Okay. Here you can make more here, like country. Country is from DAX training sales 2 with group by, but only 1 column. Where here I have a little issue because I delete the products table, but I go to fix in a few minutes. Customs. Custom is like a summary columns, but in this case, I got to use a filters here, like the brand code, but it's like group by. The same for products. Well, this is the table that we did. The promotions group for group by, and sales calendar. Sales calendar is a group by only for the sales date. Okay, here in DAX you can make magic with the dates here. How you can make this? Okay, click here and new column. I want to know what is the only the month or the number of the month. Okay. Always rename this column name. It will be sales. And I want the numbers of the month. Okay, click here and enter. So now you have the number of the month only with a few clicks inside of it of DAX. Now, if you want to know what is the name of the month, new column. A month equal sales date, the month. Enter. And now you have the name of this month. Okay. Okay, now you can extract the year of this date. How? New column, year. Almost in all the report you use like a filter, the month of the year, like a filter. So this is very useful for you if you want to start in your report. Okay, year is equal sales date, but in this case, I want to show the years. Click here, years. Enter. And this all the years. Okay, so with this you can make magic here. You can make your filters here, and you can make conditionals here. For example, in products, I want to know that if a product is expensive or is very cheap. So click here, a new column. I want to show you how you can use sentence like if sentence for make conditionals here. In this case, I go to create new column. The name of this column go to do cost, will be cost. Cost equal. Okay, here is the sentence. If everybody knows here the if sentence, logical test, result true and result false. Okay, if the unit price of products is more than 19, the true result will be expensive. The false result will be cheap, very cheap. Okay. So with this, you can use sentence for create some categories like expensive, cheap, create categories like range or segmentations for your dashboard and reports. So now, I have my products here. This is the table that I made. A few minutes ago, I deleted this product table. But now I have to create the relation between this dimension with the fact table, this metric. Okay, how I can make this? Click here in manage relationship, new. Okay, select the table. I go to use products, and I go to use the fact table. In this case, is metric. Okay, I go to use it. Select product code with the product code of metric and click on OK. Close. Wait a moment, and now you can see the relation between this fact table and his dimensions. Okay, this is how you can work with DAX and Power Query. But if you combine Power Query and DAX for make your dashboard, you will have a powerful tool for your report. Okay, now this is the funny moment for all the people that use Power BI, because you can time test your reports and make your dashboard, but this you can make with your requirements. Okay, the first will be a target, a card. This will be a card. Okay, I want to know how many customs there are in my data. So the first part that I have to use is if now my custom. Click in my customs code. My customs code of my fact table. In this case, my fact table is metric. So click here in custom code. As you can see here, there are more than 40,000 data here, but it's just like count. Check this. In this field, this count just like count here. But there are many tools like zoom, average, variance, median, count distinct. So this is just like a count. With count, you can show how many customs codes are in your company, but here could exist duplicated data here. But with count distinct or distinct code, you can count only the distinct customs code in your company. The data will be a little less than just count, okay? Click here, customs, and custom distinct count. So if you can see this, distinct count is less than only count. Now I want to show how you can use a donut chart or a pie chart. Well, I know a donut chart. Well, I want to know how many products there are in my data. So count product code. Okay, but this is in the part of legend, but I don't want my product code like a legend. I want this like a value for some or know how many products code there are in my data. But like a legend, you can use the product, or you can use the country or the promotions of this product. Okay, I want to know the promo code of this. And now you can see the count of your products. You can expand this. Now you can sell all the products in your data, and the difference promo code here. Green is no promo code. Blue is discount 10. So you can watch it. It's very friendly. It's very basic. So now you have to use a filter by year. How you can make this? Click here in the visualization of the filter. Click here. Now you want to know how you can use year like a filter. Just select your visualization, and select the year. Okay, now you are watching that there are from 2015 to 2019 the range of the year in your data. If you change this, for example, 2017 to 2019, the data change. Why? Because this data, this custom code is like a relation with your fact table and the dimension of the year. For this, year change. This is basically the last part of Power BI, and the powerful formula here in Power BI is the calculate measure. I love make with calculate measure because here I don't want to use, I don't have to write the code in DAX. Just you have to click here in quick measure. Click measure. So I want to know how many products I have and how many expensive products I have. Okay, so now you are making a filter with this. Filters value. What is the base value? Okay, I want to count my products, my expensive products. You have to use product code, but the distinct product code, and this is the part of the filter. I have to make a filter with the cost of this product. It will be expensive, or this will be cheap. Select a value. I want to know how many expensive items or products there are in my data. Okay, okay. Click on OK. Click in OK. Well, this is country. Okay, here is my the count of product code for expensive. This is my quick measure. So if you want to make a DAX formula, instead use a quick measure, you can create a new measure here. Click here. But how you can show this? Just use a card and click here. Count of product code for expensive. count of product code for expensive. Okay, this is the way that you can start with your dashboard. So I go to this my dashboard of 𝙎𝙧𝙧𝙧 that I made the last year. I published this dashboard on December, but still there's in the web. Well, this is an example. Click here. This is an example that I did. And you can see how if you make a click here, for example, in country code, there are two types, DK and GL. For the connections, there are between the fact tables and the other dimensions, all the numbers or the counts change too. If you make click here in this count, all the tables, all the dashboard change too. This is the magic of Power BI. This is the magic of the dynamic tables and create modeling here. And for finish, for end, I want to teach this. Okay, this is my report. This is in Spanish, but this is for a gym. You can see this. This is a filter by gym. I active this family. All my reports, all my graphics change. If you make this in Excel, for example, you have to use Silverlight for make this type of views. You can make a filter by month. Okay, this is my field filter. This is my second filter. Okay, women for Jan and January for month. So this, you can see this, the stock of the items, the win of for every item, the employer sales, the enrollment for a month, and enrollment for gender. So with this, you can create more amazing reports than this because this is very basic for today. But with Power BI, you can make more if you use machine learning, if you use language like M for Power Query or Python or analysis service. All is very useful for make and create your dashboard and answer the questions like what happens in your company, when happens in your company, and why it happens in your company, and take good decisions for the future of your company. So thank you so much. This is all for my presentation. I'm sorry for some issues that I had with the connection here. So thank you so much. Please write in the comments some questions that you have now. Thank you so much.
So guys, if you have any questions, please write in the comment section so Daniela can answer. We are waiting for your comments and for your questions for a few more minutes.
Okay, so this is all. If you have some questions about this, please write me in my LinkedIn or my Facebook. I always go to respond your questions. So thank you so much for attending today.
So I think you guys don't have any questions. So let's move towards the conclusion. So thank you for taking our time for this session. I think it has been a great session delivered by Daniela Galindo. So much thanks to her. I really hope that you guys have learned something from today's session. I have attached a feedback form in the comment section, so please fill out that form so you guys can help us in evolving tech in WomeninTech and ensure your attendance for the certificates. Also, there's an announcement for you guys. For your feasibility, we have uploaded the slides in the resource section so you guys can download. And please take care of yourselves until next section. If anyone still has any question, they can say, or we can just end this meeting. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you so much for taking out time and helping us in learning some new stuff.
Thank you so much to you, WomeninTech, for inviting me today. So I hope that you learn something about data, about Power BI, Power Query, Excel. So thank you so much.
You're always welcome, and I hope we invite you in another session too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, Denina, if you have any work to do, you can easily leave the session. We have just concluded the meeting. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay.
And guys, we will be sharing the recording soon, so you guys can review if you have missed any points as well and contact Denila afterwards. Thank you.